What's up? Welcome back to Team Motivation TV. I'm your host, Devon Triche, and we back at it. Promise y'all another great show. And today, I hope you guys won't be disappointed, but I got the big homie Kevin Hart on the phone. You know what I'm saying? I was able to get in contact with him, and I know he's got a house full of people. So just in case it gets a little noisy, I'm just giving y'all a heads up. But we about to talk to him right now. Kev, welcome to Team Motivation TV. First question, man. Are you excited about the success of Real Husbands of Hollywood?
I'm beyond excited, and I'll tell you why, man. My career is progressing, but within the progression, the things that are happening, I'm laughing because they're happening by accident. Like, for me getting to where I'm at theatrically, from Think Like a Man doing what it did and then catapulting me to a position to do bigger movies now. And a show that literally stems from an idea that was a sketch when I hosted the BET Awards. It was just a funny thought, and people demanded that thought be bigger and wanted to see more. And I was like, okay, I guess. It wasn't like, oh, I'm going to sit down and I have this master plan. It's all happening by chance, and these things are developing into bigger situations. So right now, to see the show develop into what it is and the hype behind it, I literally laugh. I'm like a kid in a candy store. It's a blessing in disguise, but I'm literally laughing inside because I know where it came from and how it developed. And now to see it here is ridiculous.
So, what made you want to do a reality show?
The reason why I actually mock it is because so many people watch these reality shows and all we do is talk about it while we tune in. Yeah. Oh my God, I can't stand the Basketball Wives of L.A. Oh, I hate this Housewives of Atlanta. Oh my God, these women in Orange County. But you watch it every week to see the debauchery. You watch it to see what's going to happen next. So I don't look down on these women for doing the shows. I feel like everybody seeks an opportunity when they can. And for these women, this was an opportunity to try and make something of themselves or, to get FaceTime, to go on and do other things. So I applaud them for that. I'm mocking them just on the side of the stuff that we show, like it's too much, like the fighting and the consistent arguing that's over nothing. I said to mock that and create a fake reality world with men that won't mind exaggerating who they are, a la Nick Cannon, Boris Kojo, Robin Thicke, Nelly, myself, Dwayne Martin, JB Smooth. We're literally playing ourselves, but an exaggerated character. It's where all we do is fight and bicker over female-like problems, which is what you don't see men do. Like, you got to think about it. There's no male-driven reality show on TV. So this is the first one, and the fact that it's fake is hilarious.
So, how much of the show is improv?
So much is improv. This show is basically a version of Curb Your Enthusiasm. It's a dulled down version. Curb Your Enthusiasm. Larry David was the source for all problems. Everything was driven around him, and he either had to solve a problem or he was the problem. Within this show, it's the same thing with me. I'm the guy that's divorced. Everybody else is married. And because of that, you have to create situations where people can go in and out of a template, which is what we call our scripts. It's nothing but a skeleton. So everybody brings what they want to bring to their character. And our days, they started off as long days because everybody has so much to give and so much to bring, and it's hard to condense all that funny. But you need to improv, and luckily we have people who are great at it. Shockingly, Robin Thicke is amazing. Robin Thicke came on and destroyed. Nick Cannon was great. Boris Kojo, his whole arc is just being attractive. And my thing is, I feel like Boris is jealous of me because I look better than him.
Man, I keep hearing these rumors that you dating Paula Patton and Mariah Carey. Is it any truth to that?
In my mind, it was a date. So I spin these situations into real situations. With Nick, I have a tattoo on my back that says Mariah, the same that Nick has. And the whole thing is nobody knows where the tattoo came from. So they're like, Kevin, what happened? I was like, Mariah knows what happened. It's like it's just same thing with Paula Patton. I think I get mad at Robin because I feel like he stole Paula Patton from black people. Like we want her back. He's like, Kevin, what are you talking about? I said, you know damn well what I'm talking about, Robin. Paula wants black people. She wants to come back home. And he's like, what are you talking? It's just literally the most ridiculous situations. But there's so much improvisation within these fake worlds that we create, man. And it's endless. The worlds are literally endless.
Well, man, this is definitely your year. I know every time I turn on the TV, I see a preview for a movie or something that you doing. So I see you out there grinding.
For me, you know what? I believe hard work pays off. You know, um, when you say it's been my year and it's my time, Hollywood has a way of making everything seem like an overnight success. Oh my God, where did this guy come from? I 18 years in the business. I put in my time. I got dues that have been paid and paid again and paid one more time after that. I stayed true to my dreams, and by doing that, eventually they came true.
So do you feel like your drive motivates you to do more and to go beyond your current success?
That motivates me. So what thing that separates me is my drive. My drive is other people's success.
Which comedian from the past has inspired you the most?
Comedian from the past is my biggest inspiration. That's such an unfair question, because there's so many. So many comedians have kind of set paths for young guys like myself to walk down. So I'm going to give you like a 5-part answer. Chris Rock is a mentor and a friend. Reason being because Chris Rock has taken stand up comedy and elevated it into a business where he is now a mogul, but he's a brand at the same time. He tours when he wants to, he directs, he produces, he writes. And within that, he creates for himself. So there's never a stop to the amount of work that Chris Rock can do. Eddie Murphy is a inspiration and a mentor and a friend as well, because Eddie Murphy set the bar and proved that doing stand up comedy can be cool, and sexy and almost rock and rollish. It doesn't have to be something that's clowned upon. Eddie Murphy did arenas when it was unheard of. I have to say Bill Cosby for the simple fact that Bill Cosby made it cool to talk about real life and marriage and kids, things that people didn't think about at one point in time, and show that you don't have to be filthy to make people laugh. Not that I'm not filthy because I am, but he's definitely an inspiration because he showed that there's a different road and avenue to take within stand-up comedy. Now I'm gonna flip it and I'm gonna go on the mainstream route to Jerry Seinfeld and George Carlin. Reason being that these guys are guys who are funny, but in a completely different aspect. George Carlin, rest in peace, is a man who's done 10 stand-up comedy specials. And people don't know how hard it is to develop an hour of comedy material. I think I'm on my fourth hour now. Let me explain, it's my fourth hour. But I've been doing it for 15 years. George Carlin had 10 hours of stand-up comedy and all brand new material, and left with a beautiful mark in the world. And Jerry Seinfeld, just because he took stand-up comedy and took an idea to television and was groundbreaking for TV. People don't understand, like, what he did for TV was a simple idea, and he set the bar for what people would eventually want to make doing stand-up television. To make $1 million an episode from a stand-up comedian's idea is unheard of. So he lasted so long doing it, and now still goes and does what he loves. He hasn't stopped doing stand-up comedy to this day. Wow. So it's difficult. Do you see why it's difficult for me to answer and say just one? There's so many people who I have relationships, but I'm where I am because of so many different people. So it's my hat goes off to so many.
So, quick question: how did you become a part of Think Like a Man, and do you feel like it took your career to the next level?
First of all, that movie did wonders for my career. Steve Harvey had the book out. Will Packer is a producer. Will Packer came to one of my shows. I was in Dallas, and this is before I got to arenas. I was in like a little theater, and Will Packer came. After the show, he said, "Kev, I want to meet with you. I got a project that I think will be great." This is before the movie was even casted. He pitched it to me. After pitching it to me, I said, "Wow, that's hilarious. I would love to do it." I said, "When are you trying to do it?" He said, "Well, we're going to get the script ready. I just want to know that you want to be involved because I'm going to build the cast, now. I'm going to start building it, but you're the first person I approach." I said, "I'm in." Tim Story's the director, and I met with Tim, and they said, "Look, man, this is going to be a great movie. Clint Culpepper and Screen Gems is producing, but, literally we want your voice to be the voice of the film from narration. You got to kind of tell the story." And I said, "Yeah, cool." And once again, when I say I put myself in situations where I don't realize the magnitude of them. I'm like, "Oh, I guess, okay, just gonna be a regular movie, whatever, fine, I'll do it." And we wound up putting it together. We got this great cast of people, man, like Taraji and Gabrielle and
Terrence J.
Terrence J and Gary Owens, Mike. Like literally, we literally put a great group of people together. Megan Good, and it became a smart film. It wasn't a black movie. And when we're doing it, I said, look, people try to put the stigma when you put a black cast together that you're doing a black movie. And I said, why not make a good film that can just be considered a good movie, regardless of the race or who you have. A movie is a movie. They shouldn't be categorized because of the color of the cast. And I said, the smarter we make the film, the more people, excuse me, the more people have to respect that it's a smart movie. We wound up doing it, and we came out opening weekend. Movie did I think about 30 something million.
Yeah, those are pretty big opening numbers. Congratulations again for all your success. I want to send a special thanks to Kevin Hart. Thank you for calling in and allowing us this interview. Don't forget to join us next week. We'll have more guests and more surprises. This is Devon Triche with Team Motivation TV. Peace.